Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with another match with our Constellation deck. We are going to keep this hand. We're on the draw. And it's a weird hand because we have two Scoured Barrens and a Swamp, so we do want our Gnarled Scarhide to come out first turn here. I don't know if actually we care if it's going to be an Abzan deck that's going to put out either a Fleecemane Lion or a Sylvan Caryatid second turn, but we'll still apply the pressure with the Gnarled Scarhide. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Put out Mr. Scarhide. Pass the turn. And he has no true turn play, so that ends up being an awesome play. So I could actually Brain Maggot here, but I think we want the Herald of Torment out on time, and we can still Gnarled Scarhide, which might be the better play. So he's down to an 18. It's always nice to get in there for that early bit of damage, making our combo a lot easier later game. Hate to see a Sylvan Caryatid, or of course our Crewfix. He is going to have to lose life or polluted Delta, and this is actually tricky. No, he gets a blue here. Yeah, because he can tap for green with the Temple of Malady. And I'm sure that Courser comes out. So it might be Brain Maggot here, actually, that comes out just to try to... He might Sultai Charm, actually. Wow. All right. We're going to get in there for some damage. Looks like a Sidisi Whip deck. And he discards the Disdainful Stroke, which is awesome. That's about as awesome it gets. I actually might want to consider... Yeah, I'm actually going to Brain Maggot here. So we'll just use the Barrens. And this can take care of a problematic card. In the next, this will put him back like a turn, hopefully. And we can take that Hero's Downfall. Yeah, not a problem. The Thoughtseize is not a problem whatsoever. We'll just take the Downfall. He's got a lot of lands in his hand. He's got a Satyr Wayfinder that just gets him more lands. I'm sure he'll use the Thoughtseize next turn. But that's really not going to do much for him. Now, I'm wishing that I know information in his hand that I would have gone the Herald of Torment. Because Hero's Downfall, he would have had to use his turn to kill the Herald of Torment. I could have gone in for more damage, and then he wouldn't have been able to Satyr Wayfinder, and then he would have only Thoughtseized away a Brain Maggot. And then that would have left me with the second Brain Maggot to take whatever he drew, and then still 4 damage with the Gnarled Scarhide. So I think I'm going to have enough steam to aggro him out here. He's going to be down to a 13. He'll put out the Satyr Wayfinder. That's fine. But eventually when I draw into the Rally of the Ancestors or a Grave Strength, I just should be able to just kind of overrun, push through anything he puts out at that point. No Siege Rhino yet. I don't even know. Was he in white? I didn't see white whatsoever. Alrighty, so we'll attack in here with the Gnarled Scarhides. And get him down to a 13. Pass the turn back to our opponent. See if he decides to Thoughtseize me. And he puts out the Wayfinder. And finds nothing again. So Thoughtseize is going to get the Herald of Torment. I actually wonder what he's going to get here. No, he gets a Brain Maggot, so he likes what's in his hand. But he's not going to like this card. I think we save it for one turn. No, we're going to Grave Strength right now because I think that bestowing is going to be a lot better. We're going to Grave Strength on the Brain Maggot. And wow, Grave Strength completely hits. And attack in with these guys. Which means he's got to make a decision if he wants to take an extra 3 damage or kill off a Gnarled Scarhide. He decides to kill off a Gnarled Scarhide. Down to 4. And next turn we're going to be bestowing a Herald of Torment onto a Gnarled Scarhide and hopefully just flat out winning. Unless this is the control. This is the control, so he does have the what did he get there? The Crux. So he topped into a Crux, which is very, very disappointing. But we'll go ahead and throw out a Swamp and cast the Herald Torment. He does have the Hero's Downfall for it. We just need to top into a Coinsmith to beat him. Just Mogis Marauder would be hard for him to beat. He's going to Hero's Downfall on the yep. And again, we know he has a lot of lands. And Ashiok. Ashiok's definitely annoying. Finds Spiteful Return and a Caves. So, cast another one of these. And I'm just going to keep this Urborg in my hand to make him use a Thoughtseize if he draws into a Thoughtseize. So any Underworld Coinsmith will win the game. And 2 cards. See if a Rally went to the... Nope, still no Rally. So we're getting close to that Rally. We've almost gone through half our deck. I do have to worry about Ashiok getting huge. He's got to still drawn to like a Dig Through Time. And this will do it unless he has an answer. And he does not. So again, I apologize for all of the control matchups. That just seems to be the flavor of the week on MTGO. But you're getting to see how well this does versus control. Main boarded. So again, the only thing that comes out is Agent of Fates for the Necromancer stockpile. We'll submit this. And definitely keep this. This is a great hand. It's got some hasties. It's got a Grave Strength, a Grim Guardian. All of those are very powerful versus our opponent. So we'll start off just with the Temple. And go ahead and throw that on the bottom. So that's a great Temple. And see what we draw into here. I'd love to see a 2-drop. Yes, that's perfect. So we'll go ahead and throw out that 2-drop. It's a great 2-drop as well. And we've got a nice little 3-drop combo going on. Especially if he goes like Satyr Wayfinder. He won't be able to block any of them. He still doesn't know what my combo is. That is the advantage of running a rogue deck, is they do not know your deck list. They played every other deck list a bazillion times. They can try to figure out what you're doing, but what I've found with most spikes is they're not very creative. They don't get, a lot of times, how decks, these rogue strategies work. So he finds really good Grim Guardian, Brain Maggot. That is terrible. Third turn Ashiok is how they win, but we've got a pretty good strat going on here with a Mogis Marauder, and I do believe we swing into Ashiok. I don't want him casting anything against me. So Ashiok is absorbing damage. But it'll go down to a 2. And he's taken 2 damage. So he's not going to be able to cast anything there against me. He could have a hero's downfall. But we have another Mogis Marauder. And he finds there's one of the rallies in the exile zone. And he's going to go ahead and Bile Blight on the Mogis Marauder. And he's going to murder. Yeah, he's going to cut. So that is unfortunate, but we draw another one. And I still think that we keep the... I think I'm going to bottom this, actually. Bottom the Grave Strength on this one. We're still going to just go after Ashiok. She's the threat. Annoying card because it's absorbing so much damage. And he's got one of my combo pieces gone. Exiled with Ashiok. But again, he's got to find like a Crux here. We have another Mogis Marauder, so if you draw into a land, we'll still be able to kill Ashiok. And he finds another rally. Nope, just another Grave Strength. But this is fine, we got it. He can't, I don't think he can do anything here, which is the Temple. So this should be game. So Mogis number 3. Grave Strength. And kill off the Ashiok. There's that annoying card out of the way. It absorbed a lot of damage, though. He did miss his land drop last turn. I'm sure he's sitting with like a Crux in his hand. He's got a Crux now for the Mogis Marauders. Yeah, it looks like Crux is going to come out here. Maybe Kiora. He's going to dig. Getting a little desperate with the digs. He's exiled a lot of his graveyard, which his deck does utilize a lot of delve. So maybe we just keep everything back. Attack in with a Mogis Marauder. Down to a 10. I have a feeling he's going to Crux next turn. So, I could cast... I'm just going to cast the Coinsmith because it'll do 2 more damage. And then he's going to have to... He absolutely has to use the Crux next turn. I'm going to make us both lose some life. Down to an 8. One rally has been found. Still 2 more in the deck. Wilgrim Guardian. I'm not going to overextend, though. I'm going to... Well, maybe I should. No, I'm going to leave it in. He can Thought Seize this out. Three cards left in his hand. Quite a bit of control used already. Quite a bit of dead control that cannot be used on the Grim Guardian. But he's digging again. Which means he's tapped out. Which means he's going to be taking at least 5 damage next turn. So, 1... I'm out of Grave Strength, right? No, just 1. 2 Grave Strengths in my... Yeah, I have 5 outs, basically, with... in my deck that can just flat out kill him here. That's interesting to go another Grim Guardian, but I think it's just bestowing. You lose a life here. And we'll attack him for 4. And now if he cruxes, it falls off. He can't Thought Seize anymore. And he can't even Murderous Cut. He can Bile... No, yes, he can Bile Blight as well. And he does not have it. So that is game. So again, another control matchup. I believe I'm like 15-1 at this point against control matchups. It's the turn 2 Ashiok can get us, but it's very hard for him to keep up with the pressure. Bestow is very powerful against control. So again, I apologize for these control matchups. I'll try to find an aggro matchup here. This is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.